Hey everybody, it's Kyle here. Welcome back to another video. This video is going to be a 2-for-1. It's going to be a physical therapy update and kind of a life event update because something happened that I think is worth sharing. But first, for physical therapy, it was an interesting appointment. For one, because this was the first time that Christina and I have ever had overlapping appointments where we've actually seen each other working with our physical therapist. For years, we've shared some of the same physical therapists, but in high school, it's an individual setting. So we would sit and talk about our sessions, but this was the first time we could actually see each other in a session. And they were joking that that we had to stay focused and do our exercises, which is absolutely true because Christina and I can sit and talk a lot. But it was actually really cool to have the opportunity to, see each other in therapy. Because we talk about it individually so often that to actually have a shared experience like that was pretty cool. Therapy itself was pretty interesting actually because I am potentially getting new braces, AFOs. I say potentially because the order is going to be that I see about getting new braces made. It's not necessarily that I will get new braces made. My therapist wants me to at least see about getting new braces, and they could say, no, the braces that you have are working just fine. Or they could then say, yes, you definitely need new braces. This is how we can help you. He seems to believe that new braces could help my knee. So I'm excited about it because honestly, I've had the same set of AFOs or leg braces for 12 years, about the same time I've been to the doctor, if not longer. It's really become rather murky as to how long I've had these braces. But I had them in high school, and that was 8 years ago. So that's a good judge, and that's quite a long time for a pair of braces. And, it's just going to be kind of nice to know for sure if these are really good for me because they've held up rather well. They do need new pads. They are getting pretty bad. So if anything, I'll get fresh padding. So if they are the braces that I need or that they are still working, at least I'll have fresh pads for at least a few more years. But I am kind of excited to potentially see if there are new design for braces that could better support me with my knee and my needs in general. Because leg brace technology has definitely come a lot farther over the years, and I have seen several new pairs of braces from just online, and a couple of my friends have a different type of brace than I do. So I'll just be interested to know if I do need a new pair. I'm not sure when that will take place. Hopefully within the next month or two. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But that could really help me a lot in my progress. So it's a wait and see type of thing. But the other, well, I don't know if it's interesting, but he added another stretch to my routines, and I have 6 things to do for my at-home routine. My ankles aren't as flexible as they should be, so I have a new stretch. You'll have to forgive the dog is playing with her toy. But yeah, I'm really hoping that this stretch can help me because, I want to keep the issues to a minimum, to be honest with you. So here's hoping, that just kind of fixes the problem. But he did say they're only about 5 degrees, I believe, short of where they should be. So that is, in my opinion, unprofessional, novice opinion, I think that's pretty good. So anything stretching will just kind of help get me the rest of the way there. I'm currently still scheduled out through the 12th. I did ask about, what's the potential of extending my physical therapy longer than the initial 10 visits. We weren't exactly sure about that yet. So we'll just, keep going the rest of this week, next week, and the following week and see where we're at. Um, so, just grinding away at it, and hopefully, I do feel like it's helping. I did tell my therapist today, I can feel a slight difference. I can actually lead with my left knee, or left leg rather, going upstairs without my knee hurting. Although he did have me practice going up and down just one step while I was in therapy, and I actually looked at my knees, and yeah, the left knee definitely caves in a lot compared to the right knee. But I never really noticed that about going upstairs, because at my house I don't really think about looking at my knees to see if they're straight. So it was just kind of interesting to find out. So I don't know. I mean, if we do have to extend my therapy, as long as it's continuing to be beneficial and helpful, which it is, I really don't have a problem with it. So I'll let you know. But besides therapy, I want to talk about something that happened tonight, kind of a life event. So I don't know if you could see this, but I'm wearing an Illinois State Student Disability Network shirt, and that is a registered student organization that I helped found in 2016 when I was still in my senior year of college. And the whole idea of the organization was to bridge the gap between those with disabilities of all types and those who are temporarily able-bodied. I say temporarily able-bodied because it's very likely that everyone will experience some type of disability in the future if you're currently not dealing with one. Something I picked up in my sociology. But it was designed at bringing people together, closing the gap between the able-bodied and disabled. And I worked with several other people to start this organization, and I was able to spend a year working on it, and we all had the goal of making this inclusive organization, and putting on events for people with disabilities and those without, just to realize that there isn't this us and them dynamic. We are all human. We all want the same things. So, I got to work on it for a year, and that was 3 years ago. And now they asked myself and Christina tonight, because of the CP Chronicles and kind of what we've been doing with advocating about cerebral palsy, to come back and do a talk for students at the university. And let me tell you, it was very surreal just to know that my advocacy has really come full circle in a way, starting an organization that helps break down stigmas of disability, to now 3 years later be on YouTube and the radio with the CP Chronicles. If you haven't already, a little shameless self-plug, I have a radio show with my friend Christina. It's called the CP Chronicles with Kyle and Christina, that airs every Saturday at 3 p.m. You can watch it on letsgoradio.net or our Facebook page, the CP Chronicles with Kyle and Christina. We love to go Facebook Live because we are able to interact with the viewers. So if you'd like to check that out at all, join us this Saturday, October 31st, Halloween. Please join us. Christina's going to be interviewing me about being an advocate. But the SDN has saw what we've been doing, and they thought we were valuable to students on campus and our experiences with cerebral palsy and doing the radio show. And it was kind of very validating for me to know that it's been a journey to realize that my voice is powerful, and just having the opportunity and the pleasure to speak to other students about my disability and what CP means to me and the experiences that I've gone through and that Christina has gone through. And even 2 other people were there that had CP, so they joined in on their stories as well. And it was just really nice to be open and honest about it. And, it seemed like it went really well and everyone enjoyed themselves. And that's what I want learning about CP to be. I want it to be easy. I want it to be fun and enjoyable, because then it sticks better, and so it was just like, yes, we did it. And I think I annoyed them a little bit by saying thank you for having us and all that you've grown into, because they kept reminding me, hey, you helped start it. But I didn't really know where it was going to go when we started it, so it's just really become an organization that is really helping spread a lot of good with these disability talks that they do. And it was just really flattering and honoring, or to be asked to speak on CP. And because my college years were the years that helped me see that advocacy is something that I'm passionate about. So it really did plant the seed, and to be able to come home, so to speak, it felt really, gratifying and rewarding to do that. And it just made me realize that I do love to speak about my experiences. But yeah, it was just fun. Like, I wasn't nervous about it. It was just, it flowed, It was like I was home in a sense. And I got to see a lot of old faces and new faces, and it was just really cool. So I just had to share that with you. Well, I think that is all for this episode, this video. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Sharing really helps me out. If you really, really enjoyed it, please subscribe. I post videos every Tuesday. And right now, while I'm in physical therapy, every Thursday as well. I had to take a break, but every Tuesday and Thursday. But I hope to see you in the next video, and comment down below if you are in therapy, are struggling with therapy, enjoy talking about your CP. Just let's talk, let's chat, and I will see you in the next video.